friends. What is going on? It's your girl Mel. I'm coming to you live from my office here right outside St. Louis, Missouri. Happy Sunday. It's 4:30. It is time to plan out the week. So, as you guys are popping on, don't forget to say hey, say hi if you're catching me on the live. That means you can see the live button right there. Drop a 1. If you guys are catching me on the replay, do hashtag replay. This is something that I do every single week. I sit down here on Sunday. I take 7 days at a time and I look at our schedule. I look to see what we have going on, and then I plan out our meals for the week. So I know a lot of you guys have started incorporating that as well. If you guys have and it's working for you, let us know in the comments. I also share my meals every week, so I let you guys know what I'm having. If there's recipes that have recipe links, I link them for you guys. But it's just a way for me to hold myself a little bit more accountable and to give you guys some ideas. So we have one more full week this week, and then the next week we are going to the Bahamas. So I'm really excited. We're getting really close to the end. So don't forget to say hey, say hi as you guys are jumping on. I have this big calendar that I keep in here. So we're a really, really busy family of 4. So I'm married to Dee, and then we have Austin and Kyla. They are both in high school. They both play high school sports, and we're always on the go. Not only do they play sports in the high school, but they also play travel baseball and softball. Now they play for the same organization, so that makes it a lot easier. Sometimes their practices are around the same time at the same place. So that's well, but we are a busy family on the go, and we have been like this ever since I started my journey back in 2019. I have to tell you guys, the most successful people always have a plan. So sitting down and looking what you have for the week and like figuring out what meals you're going to make are super important. So while I'm doing this, you guys, I always suggest that you guys do it as well. I got one of these little planner things at Target at the beginning of the year, and so every week I've just been writing down what our meals are. So like this was the first week, this was the second week, this was the third week, and now we're in the 4th week. And so I'm really excited to like keep up with this all year, and then 4 or 5 months down the road, when I'm feeling a little uninspired, I can go back and look at what meals we had at the beginning of the year, and it's always got my brain working. So this is what I do. I put all of them in here. So this was only $3 it was only $3 at Target. So you don't have to do something like this, but it's what I do now, so I love it. So I just take a look at my paper calendar. I don't know if you guys are paper calendar people. We kind of talked about that last week. Figure out what days we have things going on, and then we kind of plug in our food. So kind of a pro tip when it comes to your journey is when you guys, drop some hearts if you guys scroll a lot on TikTok. Like if you just like to go and look, or even on Facebook, like in Facebook groups or Reels or TikTok, do you guys just like to go and just like look through it, go down the rabbit holes of different people's pages and stuff? I do. And if you don't do that, I wouldn't get in the habit, but also like I think everybody does it. So I kind of utilize that to my advantage now. During the week when I'm on TikTok or I'm in Facebook groups or I'm on Pinterest, my goal is to try to find ideas, food, drinks, whatever it may be, to incorporate into my routine. And so in the notes section of my phone, I keep track of like recipes that I like, so that by the end of the week, when we sit down to figure out what we want, I've got a bunch of ideas. Because like it's okay to plan out for a whole month, but like maybe in 2 weeks I don't want that food, and so usually what I find in the last week is sounding good, and then I want to make it. Does that make sense? So like for example, I follow, I think it's like Taking My Life Back at 42 or something like that. Anyway, she had surgery, like the bariatric surgery or whatever. So I like to get a lot of tips from her on like incorporating protein and water and stuff like that. And so she was using pineapple powder water flavor, and then that blue like mermaid water, sugar-free. Mix it together in this in my Stanley. It's so good, you guys. That's what I got in there right now. So like different things like that. And so like I'll incorporate stuff like that. I'll immediately start using that idea and roll with it. So I do drink a gallon of water a day. Most of it's plain water, but I like flavored water too. And so this is a lifestyle change for me, not just a diet. And so this is something that I know that I can have moving forward. If you guys drink booze, this would be really good with some rum or some vodka. And it's water, so you don't have hangovers. Anyways, I'm doing 75 hard. I can't drink right now anyways. I'm a social drinker anyways, so I like cocktails every now and then. Nothing wrong with that, right? Anyways, okay. So here's the scoop on Austin. He's been sick for a few days. I took him to the doctor on Thursday, late Friday night, like 10:30 at night. We got an email saying that his mono test was negative. So he went back to the doctor on Saturday yesterday because we ended up getting back into like his normal doctor, and they wanted to just overall check him out and then give him a correct diagnosis so they could correctly medicate him. They still kind of think that he might have mono, but he tested negative again for it. So I don't know. They gave him 10 days worth of antibiotics and told him if he's not doing better after the 10 days, then he has mono. I was like, this makes no sense to me. So anyways, he's doing better. So I think it's the medicine's working. Horrible, horrible sinus infection. So he's probably not playing a lot of basketball this week. So it'll just be Kyla, and then her boyfriend also plays basketball, so we'll probably catch a couple of his games. So for example, tomorrow's Monday, and none of my kids have games, but Kyla's boyfriend does at 4:30. So no matter what, we'll still be home by 6. Tuesday, Austin's supposed to have basketball at 5:30 and 7, so that's up in the air. Wednesday, Kyla has basketball. Thursday, Sully has basketball, and then Friday, Austin has basketball. So we have basketball basically every night, but we should be home for dinner most nights. So do you guys want to hear the lineup that I've come up with? I just kind of got to plug in. I just got to plug in the food, but I know what we're having. What's in the water? So it's, what is it? Crush, pineapple, water flavor, sugar-free Crush. It's like 99 cents for a box of like 6 or 8 at Walmart. So the pineapple flavor. And then it's sold out everywhere right now, but Skinny Syrups has water flavorings. So they have the unicorn water and they have the mermaid water. And the mermaid water is blue and it's kind of coconutty. So you mix those together in basically 32 ounces of water. It's so good. So good. And so if you just go onto TikTok and you Google mermaid water or unicorn water, you'll see exactly what it looks like. And then like this chick I'm watching, it's like Taking My Life Back at 42 or whatever. She's like the original creator of the flavored waters combos. She has a lot of flavored water combos. And so, I've been trying them. So they're really good. But like, keep in mind, you can't just drink all flavored water all the time. You have to mix in plain water. So I'll drink 2 bottles of plain water, and then I'll make like a nice little treat. And then I'll drink 2 more bottles of plain water, and then maybe I'll have a flavored water, maybe not. Like, it just kind of depends. But I drink well over a gallon of water a day. So I drink a gallon of water outside of my supplements. And then I have my supplements, and so that's, 12 to 16 ounces of water 2 to 3 times a day. And so it's great. I love it. So anyways, okay, here's the other little thing to know about for us this week. So number 1, we are doing another 5-day eye fast. So if you guys are new to follow me, put new in the comments. But the 5-day eye fast is a new product-assisted fasting program that just came out with our company, but you can incorporate food. So the eye fast is an intermittent fast. It's a specific product and food schedule, and we're going to do that. So, why do you have to have plain water? It's the best for you. Like, just simply put, plain water is hands down the best. Like, when you have to add in flavors, there's chemicals and there's artificial ingredients and there's stuff like that. So, if you're on a wellness journey and you're really wanting to have some good results, like, as much plain water as possible is what the name of the game is. So, the way that the 5-day eye fast program works is you wake up in the morning and you have product and you drink water. And then at lunch you have a protein shake and a high protein snack. You have more product in the afternoon, continuing to drink water. Every night you have a low carb dinner. And then right before bed, like an hour before bed, you have another protein shake, and then you have these pills that you incorporate as well. And so it's outside of my normal 16-8 fasting schedule. It's a little bit different because it's got intention. So it's a high protein snack and a low carb dinner. So we are doing the 5-day iFast, but also because we're leaving for the Bahamas next week, we kind of took an audit of our fridge and our freezer to see what we have, and we came up with meals with basically everything that we have. Like, we ran to the grocery store after our walk and picked up just like a few random things, and we have everything we need for the week. So my schedule will look a little bit different this week, but those of you who've been following for a while, you guys know the name of that game. And so then in the weekend, I'll transition back into my daily 16-8 schedule, and we'll move forward from there. So of the stuff that we found in our fridge, so the other day I had the smoked sausage bites. So I showed that I had that with peas. So it was like a massive double like order that we got at Sam's. It's like the kielbasa like links or whatever they're by the hot dogs. So we're gonna do that again with a vegetable, so we can just use that up. We've been buying stuff from the Schwann's guy. So that's like a truck that drives around. It's like a freezer, food. You order the food online and then they deliver it to you. So we have some grilled chicken. Dustin has like mastered cooking the grilled chicken in the air fryer. So we're going to do grilled chicken and veggies. We have a bag of frozen meatballs. So we're just going to throw those in the crock pot one night. And we add a combination of sugar-free barbecue, so regular and usually like sweet and spicy. So we'll mix that in there, and then so it'll be meatballs and a vegetable, probably green beans. We're going to do jalapeno burger bites. So that's always a fun little recipe. You make them in the muffin tin. So we have some hamburger meat in the freezer, and we're like, oh, we'll pull that out. So I picked up a fresh jalapeno at the store. We've got cream cheese, bacon, cheese, and all the seasoning. Super easy. I'll show you guys how to make that this week. And then the rest of the wings that we got from Costco. So we're going to do wings and salad. So smoked sausage bites, grilled chicken and veggies, meatballs and veggies, jalapeno burger bites, and then wings and salad. So like, so good, right? And that's all the protein we have here. So all of the meat is already what we have. We didn't have to buy any of that this week. And then we'll reevaluate next weekend and see what we can do for a couple days. The idea is to try to like use as much as we can before we head out to the Bahamas. And then when we get back from the Bahamas, then we can kind of grocery shop and get going. So like we have some fruit in the fridge, but we won't be eating a ton of fruit over the next 5 days. So we're going to do like a fruit salad tonight. Oh, by the way, we're doing egg loaf for dinner, that breadless French toast. So we're going to do breadless French toast and Brussels sprouts and berry salad with it. And so that's what we're having for dinner tonight, by the way. I'll put pictures of it in my stories. It's so good. And then for our high protein like lunch, it's like a snack, but it's at lunchtime. So there's a couple options we have. We're gonna do the breakfast bowls. So we're gonna take like the breakfast sausage, like the tube of it, right? We cook that breakfast sausage, and then we do like 8 eggs, and within the eggs we beat them up and we add like some heavy whipping cream and we add cheese, and then we add the egg mixture to the meat mixture, and we do it all up. So that's breakfast burritos for the kids and then breakfast bowls for us. So that's going to be a good high protein like snack or option to have with our protein shakes at lunch. And we've decided that we're going to do all berry shakes like with frozen fruit, almond milk and vanilla dream protein powder. That's what we're going to do for our lunchtime protein shakes this week. So I'm really excited. We've got some fruit we need to use up from the freezer. So we're going to do the breakfast bowls, and then we got like we've got cucumbers and ranch in the fridge. So just take a cucumber, slice it up, put it in a Ziploc bag with dry ranch powder, shake it up, and it's like ranch covered cucumbers. So we've got those to eat up. We've got some deli meat to eat up, some beef sausage to eat up. So you know how I did those protein bowls or those like protein boxes? It's going to kind of be like that, but I'm not going to pre-make them. So it's going to be a little bit of meat, a little bit of vegetables. It's going to be some almonds, and it's going to be cheese. And so, oh, and an egg. So there'll be an egg in there as well. We'll cook some eggs. And so that's what we're going to be having for our lunches. So either the breakfast bowl or the protein box concept, and then the dinners. So now we got to plug in the dinners, and it doesn't really matter, right? We have our list of the dinners we're having, and so they're all interchangeable. So if we decide one day we're going to have the meatballs, but we have chicken on the menu, then we'll just flip-flop those days. So tomorrow is Monday, and everybody will be home for dinner. So then I like to kind of figure out like from that list of things, what would actually be good for the kids. So my kids are not lazy keto, but they are on, they're athletes and they do kind of watch what they eat a little bit sometimes. And so, they will eat some of the stuff because a lot of times it's like meat and vegetables, right? And they like that. So if they don't want that, they can make themselves some pizza rolls or grilled cheese, whatever they want. But I try to find the meals that I know that they'll eat and put those on the days that they're going to be home. So tomorrow, with it being Monday and them home, I think it would be like a really good night to do meatballs in the crock pot. We can put them in the crock pot in the afternoon. We can go watch Ellie play basketball. We can come back and then they'll be ready to go. So tomorrow we're going to do meatballs and veggies, probably either veggies and or a salad. And all I do, you guys, is just buy a bag of frozen meatballs. I don't make the meatballs. I don't care. It's meat, right? So we're lazy keto. It's all about eliminating versus tracking. So we're eliminating bread, pasta, processed foods like chips, crackers, cereals, and we're focusing on, and eliminating real sugar. And we're focusing on protein, veggies, fruit, and good for you fats. And when I talk about good for you fats, it's like swapping up and using like avocado oil, adding some heavy whipping cream to your protein shakes, eating nuts, eating fish, adding cheese or butter to your vegetables, like those kinds of fats. I don't focus on fat bombs. I don't eat a lot of cream cheese. I don't just sit here and, eat butter by the spoonfuls. I just kind of incorporate little things here and there. I'm more about just give me vegetables and a meat and some kind of fat and I'm good to go. And most of the time that fat is either the oil I cook in or something I add to the vegetables. Does that make sense? That's how I do it. That's how it's always worked for me. And I feel good about it. And, I had a question earlier, like, how do you know how much fat to eat? Kind of use your fat as your, let me plug in my phone. So you want to use fat as like a gauge of hunger. So if you're eating snacks or meals and you're hungry in between, you need to up your fat. So just add a little bit more, eat some nuts, add some heavy whipping cream, coffee, or your protein shake, like that kind of thing. But you also don't have to like think it. So just keep that in mind. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. Okay. Tuesday, we may or may not have basketball depending on Austin, but we still will probably go watch his team play because I just think that's like the right thing to do. Even if he's not feeling well, like he can still go. He's going to be on like 5 days of antibiotics by then. He hasn't ran a fever since last week. Sorry, that was a me problem. I lost connection for a minute. It's okay though, we're back. So somebody might yell at me, but that wasn't on purpose. Okay, so meatballs are on Monday. Tuesday, I think will be a good night to do grilled chicken and vegetables. So we'll do that, grilled chicken and vegetables on Tuesday. On Wednesday, that one. So Wednesday might be a swing through Chick-fil-A and get a grilled chicken Cobb salad. But I'm going to write down smoked sausage bites because I didn't realize we have a 4 o'clock game and a 6:15 game. So that means we won't get done until like 7:30. So in between those games, we might be running through a drive-through. Or we could do the smoked sausage bites and take them with us and just eat them cold. So it was me, Carol. It was me. I said it's a me problem. My phone disconnected for a minute. I was almost out of batteries, but now we're better. So hopefully you can see me now, but that was a me problem. Sorry about that. Okay, so Wednesday we're going to do smoked sausage and veggies. So then we have Thursday with nothing really going on. So Thursday is going to be a really good night for us to do wings and a salad. We just got a bag of wings from Costco, like a frozen bag of wings, and we just cook them in the air fryer. 25 minutes is what we did. We have an air fryer that halfway through it'll shake them. So we do 25 minutes, shake them, and when we took them out, we sprinkled them last week with the Flavor Gods of buffalo seasoning. So if you have like a buffalo seasoning, just sprinkle it on. It was so good. We were kind of nervous to make wings in the air fryer, but it was a good option. So Thursday is going to be wings and salad, and then that leaves jalapeno popper burger bites and a salad for Friday. And then we're to the weekend. So that's going to get us through the 5-day iFast. The weekend, Kyla might be in a basketball tournament. So I always like to wait until like kind of towards the end of the week to figure out what we're going to have for meals. We did buy, so at the grocery store, they had a bunch of meat on clearance. So we bought a roast to do like, what's it called? Like an Italian beef. Is that what it's called? Italian beef. I think that's the packet we got of seasoning, and you do like pepperoncinis. So we got that we could have. We also bought extra hamburger meat so we could do taco salads if we wanted to. We have more chicken. We have frozen burgers. And we can also do more egg loaf like we're doing tonight. So like we have options for the weekend. We also can do chili dog casserole, buffalo chicken dip, chicken spinach fiesta dip. Like there's so many options of food that we have here. So the idea on the weekend for next weekend is to just wait to see what our schedule looks like. Because if Kyla's playing in a basketball tournament, it's like 45 minutes away and the times could be wonky. So like we have to kind of worry about that. And then eat as much as we can here. Then we'll go into next week. I think we fly out on Wednesday. And we're gone Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We come home Monday. I don't know if we fly out Wednesday or Thursday. I can't remember. I only do 1 week at a time, you guys. One of my friends that I walked with today, she was like, what basketball games do you have this week? And I'm like, I don't know. I haven't done my meal planning yet, so I have no idea what the week looks like. I literally just focus on 7 days at a time. And I know that probably drives like so many people crazy, but that's what works best for me. So, do you guys have any questions on that? So good. So much problems. Do you have a certain kind of meatballs you like? Nope. I usually just buy the like the Walmart. I get them at Walmart, so like the great value. I just buy the Walmart version of the meatballs, and that's all I use. So, my nails are, thank you. They're actually, I need them to get filled. They're growing out. The color was really pretty. But I'm trying to wait at least till next weekend because I want to get my toes and my nails done for the beach. But thank you. It's like a cranberry color. And I did almond this time instead of squared, so they look a little fancier, but they're about 2 weeks old now. So, cool. What other questions do you guys have? I'm really excited about dinner. We got 2 walks in today. Now we're under a winter weather advisory here in St. Louis until Wednesday. We're supposed to get a whole bunch of snow, but they also said they say that all the time, so we will believe it when we see it. But they're looking like Tuesday, Wednesday is like the prime time for snow here. And so that was another reason why we wanted to get our grocery shopping done, just so that we can be like, we don't have to mess with those people. So we don't literally have to go to any store this week unless we want to. We got everything we need here, which is also really nice. Like a lot of people say that eating this way is really expensive, and it's what you make of it. So if you sit down and you make a meal plan, write down the ingredients that you need, and then go to the grocery store and only buy those ingredients and then use them the next week, it's not as bad as you think. It's when you think you have to go and get all these keto labeled food items, these keto bars, the keto ice cream, the keto bread, everything labeled keto, and that stuff starts adding up. So just keep in mind, like, you don't need that stuff. They're always good alternatives to the real thing, but when your number one goal is fat loss, you want to make sure that you're just eliminating foods and focusing on protein, veggies, fruits, and fats. And if your main goal is fat loss, that's green veggies and berries because they're the lowest in sugar and carbs. So I shoot for about 3 to 7 cups of vegetables a day. Outside of the 5-day iFast, I eat 4 times. So 2 snacks and 2 meals. 2 of the 4 times I eat always include a vegetable. So I am thinking about, so my friend Jen did this biome test. So I think that's what it's called. She sent me all the information, but basically it's like you send in like a stool sample and a blood sample, and they tell you the foods that your body can't process and the issues that you have going on, and like avoid these foods and focus on these foods. I think I'm going to do it. I'm not going to tell you guys like what the company is or anything like that, because I'm like, well, one of two things can happen. Either I can do it and then I'm going to get the same results as she does. And then it's like, oh, is this like a scam? Or is this like a real thing? Or I'll get a really good report and then I can see what foods really bother me specifically and I can avoid them and see if that helps me on my journey. So I think I'm going to do it. It's not too terribly expensive. My friend Megan was like, you're going to send your poop in the mail? And I was like, people do that all the time. That's not weird. And she's like, that's so weird. And then I was kind of overthinking it. But now I'm back to like, I want to do it. So I think that would be so interesting. Like she found out that she shouldn't have red meat. She shouldn't have dairy. She shouldn't have eggs. And I guess there's some kind of virus that's in paprika and peppers that's in her body, and because she eats peppers and paprika every single day, like this virus can't go away because that's the carriers is the food items. And so she's gonna eliminate that. She's not supposed to have like, there's a big long list of what seafood like she can and can't eat, vegetables she can and can't eat, fruit she can and can't eat, and then it's like this 26-page report that she got. And it also gave her like options of like food plans and stuff to follow. And I thought that was really interesting. Have you guys heard of anything like that? Super curious. But anyways, I'm really heavily considering it. I just think it would be super... I know that there's like foods. I know specifically like when I eat foods... You know, we talk about this a lot. There's those people on TikTok and they're like, calorie deficit's the only way to go. But who wants to count calories? Not me. If it's your thing, great. But it's not my thing, right? But they also talk about how, like, the food's not the problem. And they're like, you should eat bread and you should eat beans and you should eat rice and all that stuff because they said that sorry, I'm super distracted. They said that those foods aren't bad for you, but like when I eat those foods, when my body can't process it, and so that's when I get pimples, and that's when my body like hurts, and that's when I get super bloated and I'm really swollen looking, and my body just doesn't like those foods, and so I don't eat them anymore, right? So it would just be super interesting to know if the foods that I am eating are still the right options or not. So I don't know. I'll let you guys know if I decide to do it. But that's what I got. Is my connection okay? Some of you guys are saying it's in and out. I did cut out one time like a while ago, but I thought it's been better since then. But also maybe I'm talking to myself because I don't see a whole lot of comments. Oh, there's Lori. Yeah, so that mailing that is like normal. She tried to tell me it wasn't, and I was like, no, it's not. It's not abnormal. People do it all the time. Okay, perfect. So you guys can see me. It's that one little time at the beginning was my problem on the internet connection, but I think it's been fine since then. All right, cool. Well, do you guys have any other questions for me before I pop off? So just to recap, we're doing meatballs and veggies, grilled chicken and veggies, smoked sausage bites, wings, and then jalapeno popper burger bites. And then that gets us to the weekend where we can reevaluate once we get our basketball schedule and we can kind of see like what we want to do from there. But we have lots of options: burgers, more chicken, chili dog casserole. We also have tuna. We have the roast that we can do the Italian beef with. We got like 3 more pounds of hamburger meat, so we could do tacos. So like we have options, right? And then if we decide to do something like tacos on Saturday night, we can just go pick up what we need for tacos. So sorry. All right. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump off because it's obviously not working well. The weather's kind of crappy everywhere. So I'm going to jump off. I'll get everything typed up for you guys. Super sorry, and I apologize that you guys are frustrated that it's choppy, but sometimes it is what it is. So I don't know if it's a you problem or a me problem, but I'm out of here. So see you later.